Hi everybody. Um, I found a box of 45s. Now it's not like I was walking along the street and found them. These were upstairs and amongst a pile of kind of books and games and all sorts of other stuff, DVDs, you know. And I just thought this had some crystal glasses in that we were given as a gift years ago. But yeah, I cleared out some of this stuff, and then underneath it there was this box. And I thought I'd just have a quick look, and it was full of singles. Now, did I find anything good? Or really, should I just chuck the whole lot away? Because sometimes, you know, buy small collections or whatever, and then you kind of just get rid of a load of junk. Is this a junk box? There's a lot of it. You know, there's a lot there, which is just sort of average stuff. Yeah, there's some Bowie and a couple of slightly more obscure things. There's a prog thing for all the prog aficionados. The Jam, you know. But, you know, there's a few bits of Beals and stuff. Okay, I've just picked out a few things I think are slightly more interesting. This is Funky Nassau, by the beginning of the end. A 12-inch of this is worth a lot of money, I don't know why. But anyway, it's a great little song. The Young Idea, Candy Street, classic 60s. Now this I haven't even played. Billy Nash Rock Band, Madison Step. It's probably 1962, it's probably quite cheesy. Susan Morn, She's New to You. You know, everyone knows Bobby's Girl, and I've got a couple of her singles. I think it's other than Bobby's Girl, and I quite like her voice. But again, never played it. Jimmy Cliff, Breakdown, and Goodbye Yesterday. That's never a bad thing, is it? Here's an interesting demo. This is Force West. I can't give what I haven't got. The song itself is always like a cross between the Righteous Brothers and oh dear, it's really hard to say. It's quite sort of poppy and strings and emotive in some ways. It's not a bad song. It's not great, but it's not bad. The B-side though is absolute dross. But it's nice to see that Decca demo. And also there's this, not in the best of shape, Peter Adler. Now, he only did a couple of singles. The follow-up to this is a mod classic, and it's quite desirable. This is mod, but it's not really. It's a nice little single there. Here's a nice one. This is quite hard to find, and you know, you can pay 20-30 quid for this. This isn't just Thunderbirds, because it's got Aqua Marina. You know, I've got the single with Stingray. Bewitched instrumental. Beverly Hillbillies, Man from U.N.C.L.E. plus Parker and Lady Penelope from Thunderbirds. That's a nice thing. And this is never a bad thing, is it? There's 5 of these in there. You know, there's only 1 or 2 of these I haven't got. Got 2 or 3 copies of some of these. You know, Message to You, Rudy. You can't go wrong with some of this stuff. Specials, Rico, The Beat, Ranking Full Stop, and Tears of a Clown. I mean, come on. The Selector, 3-Minute Hero, and James Bond. Brilliant stuff. Rude Boys Out of Jail, and Rat Race. This is, you can tell the difference. It's the French pressing of the French. There are a lot of them over here. There are a lot more pressed in France. You can see the paper difference. They do say made in France on them, but you can see the difference in the quality of the paper. This is sort of thinner, but it retains its whiteness, which the UK ones don't. And another Selector, Carry Go Brinko and Missing Words, which is a lovely track. But, you know, just take a moment. Some more dross like The Forum, The River is Wide. Probably junk anyway. Family Strange Band, which strangely although it's the name of the thing and is on the flip, which is like an EP. You'd think this would be the A-side, but I suppose it's just the length of the songs. So on the A-side you've got the Weaver's Answer, which is a re-recorded version from the original LP. Now, can we ever go wrong with Percy Sledge? No. Take time to know her. Lovely stuff. X-ray specs for David World turned Day Glow and I'm a Poser. Nice sleeve. Space Oddity, David Bowie. I had the demo of this. I found a demo a few years ago in a charity shop for 50p. It was in mint condition. I sold it, and it's one of those, you know, shouldn't I have done. I got £200 odd for it, but it's not something I do all the time. But interestingly about that, it's the only way to get a stereo copy. This is mono, you know, all the singles are mono, but the demo was actually stereo and sounds quite different. Perhaps should have kept that one. A bit of Ike and Tina, classic The Love Like Yours and Hold On Baby. This one's a rare one. Gravy Train and the Vertigo band, who switched to Dawn after a couple of albums of progressive, you know, their classic Vertigo album. This is 1975. Climb aboard the gravy train and get onto a good thing. And Sanctuary. Oh, it's terrible. This is terrible. God, it's awful. It's like the cheesiest song you've ever heard. Percy Sledge, Love Me Tender. You know. This I haven't heard, although it seems to be, looking it up, seems that people really seem to want this. Patsy Ann Noble, Accidents Will Happen. 1963, is it? Few Without Sleeves, How About That by D. Clark. Blues Get Off My Shoulder. This one as well is quite a nice one. A couple of marks on it. They're Blundell's La 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 La. Got another copy of that somewhere. Hugsy's Bunnies. I think it may be a bit of a Northern Soul track, that one. Can't remember hearing it for a long time. I'm sure that's a good one. That was Reading Amen. You see this, you think, oh, sample record, not for sale on Philips. The Witch's Twist by Mandrake. You know, that sounds like it's going to be something heavy and interesting. And the B-side is Mandrake, Mandrake. But it's 1960, and it's not. It's just a bit, you know, anyway, it's hard to describe. It's hard to describe if you don't really care anyway. This is a nice little single. Hotline, Juice It Up, Part 1 and Part 2. Now Part 2 is the A-side. Another, it's quite a desirable New York sound, kind of disco funk thing. Let's maybe a couple of these. Not in the best shape, unfortunately. This is Pewter Suitor, Tyrannosaurus Rex, with the classic Warlord of the Royal Crocodiles on the flip. Yeah, it's in the collection. How much longer, I don't know. Now here we hit some real classics. Pebbles and Bam Bam, look at that. The world is full of joys. For broadcast only, not for sale. Ever. Broadcast only, never for sale. The New Survivors for pickle protests. You know, 60s. Is Blessed by Guy Darrell, Northern Soul. I've Been Hurt, which the classic. These are classic tracks. This is a reissue. Those are an early press of it here, the first press, but in a dire condition. So it's a funny old mix of singles and records here. Time Is Tight, Booker T and the MGs, of course. Hang 'em High, and one more, Spooky by Classics 4. You know, you don't see these American records around here very often, not in the random boxes that you find. Anyway, was that worth doing? If you made it to this point, well done, but wow, was it worth keeping any of his stuff? There's about 4 records there maybe, the two-tone and a couple of others that are worth having. Anyway, I had fun going through, and the excitement, the initial excitement was like, oh yeah, what the heck have I got all that for? Anyway, see you all later.